or welcome back to Penny's 2 Cents. It's your girl Penny, and today I have my father with me.
Hi everyone.
Guys, we're doing Little Caesars. I've had so many requests to do this, what's it called? It's the stuffed crazy crust pepperoni pizza that they got new at Little Caesars now. It's the stuffed crazy crust pizza, guys. They're charging $9.49 for that here in Ohio. I think that's pretty much across the board. Now, you can get it with other toppings, but I just got it the way that they are advertising it for $4.49. You can get it with other toppings, and then the price goes up. So it is the stuffed crazy crust. Before we get started on this review, we're going to taste test it, Dad and I, aren't we, Dad?
Alrighty.
And we're going to tell you what we like or don't like about it. And we're going to rate it, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, or somewhere in between, okay? So before we get started, I want Dad to be aware, and I want you guys to be aware, and I think that's what we got. But the stuffed crazy crust, or just the crazy crust at Little Caesars, is like a softer dough, Dad.
Okay.
It's not as browned. It's just a lot softer.
Okay.
So this is going to seem kind of underbaked.
Okay.
Okay.
I get you.
It's not going to seem raw. It shouldn't taste raw. But the bread is going to be underbaked. If you're new to the channel, I just wanted to let you guys know. And also, Dad has macular degeneration, guys. It's a progressive vision loss. So he can't make out detail. His field of vision is a foggy or a really smoky curtain, okay? So I just want him to be aware so he's not thinking it's raw and I'm feeding him raw stuff. I'm going to get you a piece here, Dad, and let you get started on it. Now, I do have some sauce for you to dip, but I'd rather you eat one piece without dip so you can really tell what it's about, okay? I'm kind of going to give you a somewhat decent-sized piece. Ours has cooled down a little bit because I had to drive it home, guys. Plus, we had some mishaps, and I got a story to tell you at the end. But there's your piece, Dad. I'm going to try to get a smaller piece for myself. This is what I wanted to show you guys. See how the bottom isn't super dark and it's super floppy, okay? But it's supposed to have cheese stuffed around the backside. There's a lot of Parmesan, as the crazy crust has on it. Let's give this thing a whirl. And it should taste really buttery, and it is, guys. It's oily, super oily. My hand is like coated with oil. I did want to say, back in the day, I really loved, I don't eat Little Caesars very often. The only Little Caesars I've done is for reviews for you guys. I used to love their crazy bread. So I thought I would like this, but okay. I'm still making up my mind what I want to say about the... It's super buttery, super oily. Did you get to the back? The back part of the crust has cheese in the middle of it, Dad, like in the stuffed in the back part.
No.
Okay. I just wanted you to know it was back here. Guys, look at this box. That's how oily this thing is. I don't want to say a whole lot because I want to hear what Dad's opinion is, but I gotta say something, guys. I got to. I'm busting at the seams. I can't handle a lot of oil like this, okay? I like the Parmesan cheese on it because they shake it all on the outside. I like that. I like that buttery flavor, but it's just too much oil for me. It's just too much oil for me. If I want their crazy crust or crazy bread, whatever you want to call that they in the sticks that they have, if I want that, I get that. It doesn't have to be in a pizza for me. It's not doing it for me. But I am very interested. Dad is the pizza guy. I'm really interested on what he has to say about this. But I've enjoyed other things from Little Caesars more than I've enjoyed this. Okay, this is just too oily for me. I like the pepperonis. Pepperonis are good. I like their sauce. It's kind of like a tangy, robust, tomato sauce. It's not sweet. It's oily. I want another bite because I'm hungry, but I just know the oil isn't going to do me good. And guys, stay to the end. I got a story for you. You could probably see it on my face. And this Little Caesars isn't helping it out, okay? Do you want to take a second, Dad? Oh, you're still chewing. Yeah, I don't want to hurry you. I'm just busting at the seams today. Today's not been my day, guys. It hasn't. It really... Dad, I didn't mean for you to shove that all in your mouth, honey. I didn't mean for him to do that.
I normally do anyway.
Okay. I can open up your soda if you can reach it to me. I definitely can't reach it. I'll open it up for you. Thank you. Excuse me, I haven't even drinking any soda and I'm already burping. It's this oil. It's the oil, guys. I can't. And it's amazing what oils I can handle and what I can't. I just can't handle like straight up dripping oil. I can't. It doesn't agree with me. I'm in my head, I'm trying to think of what score I would give this, okay? And I'm not going to be nice about it. But I don't want to sway Dad in any way. He's the pizza guy. Daddy, what do you have to say about this?
It's a pizza. It's a pizza and it's soft dough.
Yeah, it is soft.
Soft flour,
yeah.
doughy.
Yeah, that's this crazy crust thing. It's not a real solid baked crust. It's a real fluffy, doughy, but it doesn't taste like dough.
No.
Okay, I don't want everybody to think it tastes like dough.
No.
It doesn't. One thing before Dad goes on is if you can handle grease, then get this. But if you can't handle grease, don't waste your money. That's all I'm going to say right now. Dad, what else would you like to say about this? I mean, you've had other Little Caesars that you liked better than this. I know that one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the last one was. He liked that way, but I can just imagine.
And the flour, the dough is not conducive with pizza.
Okay. So you think it's too soft, too doughy-like for a pizza, for an enjoyable pizza?
Right,
Yeah.
and you said it. There's too much butter.
Yeah.
Too much butter involved in it. It's soft.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I tried to explain. The reason why it is soft is their crazy crust. That's what this is. Their crazy crust. They make breadsticks and they call them crazy crust. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're super soft and they're super buttery and they have a lot of Parmesan cheese. That's what they made this crust out of. So that's why it's super soft like that. I agree with that, Dad. It just doesn't make a pizza. It doesn't make a pizza. I'd rather have some crispy, crunchy parts of the crust. This is too soft. This is too buttery. I love the Parmesan cheese on it. It doesn't taste bad, okay? It tastes like a Little Caesars pizza. But the texture of it just isn't enjoyable for me, and I take it.
Speaking of the Parmesan cheese,
yeah,
too much is salty.
Yeah, it is salty.
And
It's a salty.
it is real salty.
I'm surprised Dad's saying it's salty.
It's real salty. I like it. I like salt as much as the next one.
Yeah.
But this is too much.
Okay.
And it's not it's not a pizza.
It's not great. It isn't. I mean, it's edible. It's not going to go into garbage, okay? It's just way greasy, and neither one of us are recommending it. Dan, what score would you give this out of 10? And don't be nice. Be, honest. It doesn't taste bad.
I'd say a 6.
Yeah.
And it's not enjoyable. It's not a real enjoyable pizza.
Yeah. Guys, like I said, our rating scale, if you've been here a while, you know our rating scale. I gotta be honest. It tastes like Little Caesar flavors, but for me, it's a 4. I can't eat no more. It's too greasy for me.
And it's too greasy for most people.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's not going to go into garbage. I know Dad will munch around on it. I mean, I might tear off the back piece of one of these and eat it because it has the cheese in it and the Parmesan on it. But I'm not going to attempt to eat a full piece because just all the oil is just too much for me. I can't take it. Okay, so I got a little story time. This doesn't have anything to do with the review. I did want to say really, really quick, though. I got Dad some extra crazy sauce. Guys, they charge $1.50 for this, and they only filled it up halfway. And then I got me some cheesy jalapeno. I figured I might, this is too dang greasy for me. They charge $1.50 for this little dipping cup of this cheesy jalapeno dip. $1.50 and $1.50. But that's not my story. I got story time, guys. So, today's technology is great and grand. It is. But I got a story. So, about 3 weeks ago, I went on I have a Hyundai car, an SUV. I went on my app. Technology is great. I went on my app, and I made an appointment on my app. The main part of making the appointment was oil change. I clicked oil change. That's what I need. Tire rotation. That's part of my package that I got with my car. Okay. But in the notes, I also put that I need, my windshield wipers were acting up. They weren't going down. Like when you turned them on, they would work. When you turned them off, they would stay in the upright position. So I wrote that in the notes that the windshield wipers needed to be fixed. They were sticking in the upright position. I also put in the notes that I had a little bracket on my license plate light that was broken. I just put some scotch tape to kind of hold it up in there. The light was working. It's just the little bracket, the little tab broke off of it and it was hanging out. Okay, so I put that in the notes. I even wrote also in the notes, the very first thing in the notes is an oil change and tire rotation, windshield wipers stuck in the upright position that needed to be fixed, and that little bracket on the license plate light. Now, like I mind you, setting the appointment, you click. The main thing to setting the appointment was clicking the oil change and tire rotation, the service package. So I clicked it. Okay. I had to wait 3 weeks, and this morning I had to go to the garage, and I don't have anybody to drive me, and everybody's busy doing their thing, so I wait in the lobby, which is no problem. I take my coffee, I take my phone, they got some snacks there, plus they have machines, whatever, the waiting isn't so bad, but trying to get it scheduled around our schedule and remembering and all these things. They took the car in right at, I was there like 15 to 1. They took the car in. That's when the appointment was at 1 p.m. They took the car in. Well, as they're taking the car in, they do a really nice job. They take pictures of the car, around it before they take it in. They have you sign, like, windshield wipers, license plate, oil change, all that thing. You sign all that stuff, right? And he says, okay, it's probably going to be a couple hours. And I kind of figured 2 or 3 hours because of all the stuff they had to do. Mind you, the number one reason was the oil change and tire rotation. That's why I made the appointment. That's what the main thing I clicked on the app. And then the windshield wipers and that light bracket thing was secondary. Go and sit in the waiting room. 2 hours later, they call me, Penny, and I'm like, yes, I'm all happy they're done. I got stuff I want to do. I want to do a review for you guys. I signed the paperwork, and I'm pulling out, and I'd already ordered the pizza, so I had to go get the pizza. And I look up, on the windshield, they put that little sticker that says that they did the oil and the next oil change when it's supposed to be. They didn't change that. And the first thing I thought of is, dang, did they do the oil or not? You know? So as I'm driving, which is not very good, but the traffic was kind of slow and we're stopped for a second, I looked through my paperwork and I see nothing about oil or tire rotation on my thing. I see windshield wipers, I see the bracket for the license plate light, all that stuff checked. They checked the brakes, they checked the fluids. They didn't check the fluids that hard, guys. They didn't check the fluids that hard. Anyway, they did not do the oil and tire rotation. So I called them up. And the guy, he was trying to be nice. And I was being nice. I was being very nice. I just told him that I thought it was crazy because in the app, the only way I could make the appointment was click on oil, my service package, oil change. That was the main reason for the thing. That's how I made my appointment. I set my day. I picked the opening time. And in the notes, I even put, first thing, oil change and tire rotation. Second thing, the windshield wipers. Third thing, the bracket on the license plate light. That was in the notes. That was on the paperwork. It was on the paperwork exactly the way I wrote it. Sentence, period, everything was on the paperwork. Guys, they tried to make it sound like it was my fault. And I said, dude, this is not right. I scheduled my time off, and the only way I could have made this appointment was I did it through the app, which he had asked me, did I call it in or did it on the app? I did it on the app. And the only way I could set the appointment was click on oil and tire rotation, my service package. I clicked on it. That's what the main thing of the whole service was. Guys, I have to go back tomorrow because I did throw a little fuss. I'm like, dude, I took my time. I've been sitting in your waiting room. This doesn't make sense. I mean, even if you check the fluids, you would see that the oil was low. You would see that my sticker was past the time or right at the time. Even if I hadn't mentioned the oil change, you guys should have said, hey, your sticker's past time. We're checking the fluids. Your oil looks old. Do you want us to replace your oil too? And I was said, hey, I did it on the app. It should already. No, there was none of this. There was none of this. I am tired, guys. When things don't go good for you, when it seems like it's a fight, what do you do to like, I'm talking about life in general. What do you do to like get out of that funk is what I call it. I call it a funk. Right now I feel like things aren't going right. I feel like a lot of things are fighting back. And I just wonder what you guys do to get yourself out of that funk. I think we all get in that kind of a funk. I really do.
Yeah,
I think we all do,
yeah.
don't we?
Yeah.
We all kind of get in that funk. And I'm in that funk right now. I'm in that funk right now. I feel like everything's fighting against me. So I just want to know what you guys do to get yourself out of that feeling. Like everything's against you. The world's against you. No one wants to listen to you. And I know that's not true. I know that. But what gets you out of that funk? I know you guys like listening to us. I know you guys like watching us every day. And thank goodness and thank God for you guys, because I think that does help me in lots of ways, because I feel like I got a purpose. I'm doing something, and I'm talking to you guys every day. But what do you do to get yourself out of that funk? I would like to know. Dad, what do you know? Like when you were younger, if you got in that funky mood, what would you do to get yourself?
I tried to find something to get me out of the mood.
Like what? Like walk around the block, take a walk?
I get busy with the housework or busy with something. Okay. Get busy with something.
Yeah, I'm in that mode, guys. I'm almost at that mode where, and I kind of feel like it right now. I feel like I just want to cry and call it a day and say, heck with it. I want to say worse words than that, but I got to go back tomorrow and get this oil change, because I was well, it wasn't going to happen tomorrow, because I said, dude, every time I've ever went to go get an oil change with you guys, it's 2 or 3 weeks away, because that's the only open slots. I said, so do you mean I have to wait 2 or 3 more weeks to get this oil change because I want to get it done before weather starts getting bad, you know? And I'm surprised we didn't have the snow right now. But he's like, oh no, we can do I'm like, okay, so can we schedule this? And I said, when can I get this oil change? Oh, you can bring the car back today. I'm like, dude, I got stuff. I'm doing stuff. I done wasted my time. I said, you guys done wasted my time. And he said, well, can you bring it in tomorrow? I said, yeah, I'll bring it in tomorrow. So I'm bringing it back in tomorrow at 1:40 just to get the oil change that I was supposed to have gotten. That's the reason why I went. Guys, the windshield wipers are working right now. And the license plate light bracket is all perfect and fine, back to where it needs to be, but no oil change.
So
How does that happen?
You're halfway down.
How does that happen? How do you make a schedule for an oil change and in secondary ask for windshield wipers, that windshield wiper thing to be fixed, and that license plate light bracket thing to be fixed? How does that happen where the main part of it doesn't get done? I could see him forgetting the license plate light cover thing because I taped it up there so it wasn't hanging down on him. How does that get done?
Tomorrow's schedule is oil change and
Oil change and go stare at them for another couple hours probably. That's what tomorrow is. And trust me, I'm gonna have
all be done.
And I'm gonna have some of their free chips and snacks, and I'm gonna have water, and I'm gonna have coffee for their. I'm not paying for it because they're free. I'm gonna make sure I get my fair share. I might even bring a bottle of water home.
Oh Lord,
guys, I'm at that part where I want to cry. You know what I mean? Because, like, how does that happen? You know what? I think I've already made up my mind. I am not getting any service on my car on Mondays ever again. I think I've already made up my mind. Never again on Monday. Maybe it's just because it's Monday.
Maybe, I don't know.
Has that ever happened to you guys? That has never happened to me. So, anyway. Like I said, I just feel like things are being rough. Like with the windshield wipers. It was a couple weeks ago, wasn't it, Dad? A couple weeks ago, we were out doing our videos, you know, doing our thing. It started raining a little bit, so I turned on the windshield wiper.
And we decided we were going to wash the car.
That was before that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was the day of. How did that go down? Anyway, I turned on the windshield wipers and went to go turn them off, and they stayed up. Instead of going down, you know how they go up and down, and go down, and they stay down? I turned them off, and they stayed up. The car's still running. I'm out in the road, and my windshield wipers are sticking straight up. You put them on intermittent, they would go, stop at the top, and stop.
And she was afraid that they'd get blew off in the...
Oh, yeah. I was like, I ain't going to the car wash now, because anyway, I figured out once I got home, turn off the car, even though they stayed up, I pushed them down to the bottom. But... that seemed like, I'm like, Dad, I've never had a car with the windshield wipers that stayed
what did it say about that?
Oh, it was they're saying, now I don't know, I'm going to get really, really frustrated if I get this oil change and then these windshield wipers start doing this again. I got to take the car back. They're saying that it might have been some loose little connection because they undid the connection and he thought he was going to have to do something with the windshield wiper motor itself. But he just connected it back up because when he took it apart, it seemed loose.
Yeah.
And when he connected it back up, it worked. It works perfectly fine. So my luck. I'll get the oil change, and 2 or 3 days later, it'll snow or rain. I'll turn on the windshield wipers again, and they'll stick at the top. That's how I feel. Anyway, guys, we're gonna let you go. Let me know. Give me some pointers on what you do to get yourself out of that funk. Let me know, guys, have you ever had any of these kinds of problems? I know we have. We all have. But anyway, we hope you all have a great lunch, a great dinner, or a great late night snack. But most of all, guys, we hope you have a great day.
A great day and a better tomorrow, and God bless you all.
Yes, guys. God bless. Come back tomorrow. See what we're eating. See what we're reviewing. See if we like it or not. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.